Hello there, my name is Jaymz Bee, and I want to tell you about one of my favorite places in Toronto to throw events. Now, I'm a broadcaster, I'm an artist, but I produce parties, I do special events for charities, corporations, even wedding planning sometimes. So I want to tell you about my favorite place to throw events in Toronto. It's Old Mill, Toronto. And to tell us about the history of the Old Mill, we're going to go over to a specialist, historian, and renowned photographer, Summer Lee. Over to you, Summer.
Thanks, Jaymz Bee. The Old Mill, Toronto, and the valley in which it sits has long been a part of our history. Centuries before the coming of the settlers and the creation of Canada, the Anishinaabe, the Mississauga of the Credit, the Huron-Wendat, and the Haudenosaunee people lived in the Humber Valley. In 1615, Etienne Brulé became the first recorded settler to see the Humber and view Lake Ontario. Brulé lived among the Huron people, learning their language and customs, becoming an important mediator between the Huron-Wendat and the French settlers. In 1793, John Grave Simcoe sailed into our harbor with his wife Elizabeth and ordered the Queen's Rangers to build a sawmill, which he named the King's Mill. This was one of the first industrial sites of what we now know as Toronto. The mill and the land around it was purchased at the beginning of the 1900s by financier, railway builder, and real estate developer Robert Holmes Smith. And after the First World War broke out, he opened a spot called the Tea Garden on his grounds with the motto, "A little bit of England, far from England." The Old Mill became a popular destination for dining and dancing until the stock market crashed in the late 1920s. But even then, somehow, it continued to attract regular clientele and developed a reputation across Canada. The Old Mill grew in 1973, where new sections were added, including the wedding chapel. Then, in 1986, it once again expanded to a 16-room function facility nestled on the banks of the Humber River. In 1991, they added the beautiful hotel and spa. Come see its 57 luxurious rooms and English-style lobby bar dedicated to Robert Holmes Smith.
Thank you, Summer. Isn't that fascinating? You know, Canada's not that old, so when you have been doing parties for 100 years, that's something, isn't it? Weddings, corporate events, you can use this for whatever you like. There are so many amazing rooms in this place. We'll find a room that's just right for you. First of all, there's the Brulé ballrooms. 3 gorgeous ballrooms separated by a wall, so you can have 200 people to an event, or take out the dividers and you have room for 700 people. Guild Hall is another beautiful room. It's got room for 200 people, or a wall so you have just 100, and it opens up to a beautiful private deck, a nice patio so you can have a party indoor or outdoor. The Victoria Room is so timeless and elegant, and then the drawing room is just a little room for 30 people, but it's got such a charming ambience. Everything about this building is Harry Potter chic. Oh, and did I mention the gorgeous dining room? Now, whether you want to host an event or just come enjoy, the dining room has a very famous brunch buffet, and there's often concerts or DJs. There's always something happening in the dining room at Old Mill, Toronto. Now, there's a hotel section, and the rooms are beautiful. I won't go into too much detail, but you can understand the bathrooms have everything you need. And of course, there's the robes and duvets and pillows. Oh my. Now, you know the old saying, location, location, location. Well, where they are located, it's perfect. 20 minutes from the airport or 20 minutes to City Hall. You're smack dab in the middle. You're near Bloor West Village and on the beautiful Humber River, where you might see salmon spawning. You could go for a nice long walk in nature. It's an amazing neighborhood, perfect location, and classy hotel. What more do you want? Another thing I love about Old Mill, Toronto is just the look of the building. It is so elegant. It's old school European styling. And you know what? They have a spa, an award-winning spa. And to talk about that, let's go back to Summer Lee, our spa specialist.
At Old Mill, Toronto's award-winning spa, registered massage therapists provide a wide array of services. Aromatherapy massage, Reiki, warm stone, deep tissue massage, prenatal, sports massage, and side-by-side Swedish massage for you and a friend. The spa also offers personalized facials, alternative therapy, aesthetic services, manicures, pedicures, and more.
You know, I have been booking this place for decades, just for my own events. It could be a big event, a small concert, For any reason, I love Old Mill Toronto. In fact, last year I did an event for Unison Benevolent Fund. It was called Caravan of Music. I booked the whole place, and all the rooms had different bands in it, and people got a wristband, and they went from room to room. And if people came from out of town, they could just stay at the hotel. It was a perfect party, and I'll be doing it again next year. Meanwhile, if you want to host a party or just have a romantic getaway, check it out, oldmilltoronto.com. Jaymz Bee, signing off.